goddamn, you could hardly even read that. It says the sewer. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't think about it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of idubbbz Complains. I first want to address the shirt that I'm wearing. It's a 3X, and it says The Incredible Hulk, and it has The Incredible Hulk on it. I don't care about the Hulk. Never have, never will. In fact, I think he sucks. My favorite X-Men is Nightcrawler. Don't like the Hulk, don't like what he stands for, don't like anything about him. Having said that, I respect the Hulk fan base. I don't want to upset anyone out there. It's just my opinion. The Hulk is shit to me. Before we get into today's video, I want to thank all of the people who commented on the last video supporting the Legit Food review. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but that was actually the first Legit Food review outside of the US. So that's kind of a big step for the series, and I just want you guys to appreciate the lengths, the lengths that I'm willing to go. It's going to be a while till I'm able to track down like a new source of produce. You know, it takes time. I have to like set up game cams and shit like that to, you know, track the whereabouts of some of this produce. So it might take a couple videos before we have another Legit Food review, but it's worth it, right? There's levels to this. On today's video, we're going to be talking about wastewater. Now, this might seem to you like, ooh, this is one I don't want to listen through. This seems like it's going to get technical. Trust me, that's not going to happen. I'm going to give you exactly what you want, which is cold, hard emotion and cold, hard opinions. The other day I was scrolling on TikTok, as I usually do, and I came across one of these H3 clips.
Sure. So what I take is I take a paper towel, I lay it clean and flat over the water so that when I shit, it doesn't splash, ever.
Okay, did you just misspeak, or are you putting paper towels in the toilet?
So yeah, no, I didn't misspeak. It's a paper towel.
Okay, that's why it's getting clogged.
Obviously, all of the crew members were saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's why the toilet's clogged, is because you're flushing paper towels. And that got me thinking, what, you're not supposed to flush paper towels? What the heck? And like, Ethan's a 30-plus-year-old man. Ethan's a 40-plus-year-old man, and he doesn't know that you're not supposed to be flushing paper towels? Like, what the hell? Where have we failed in our schooling system? I don't think I ever took a class telling me, like, yeah, don't flush paper towels. I needed to have that education at home. Now, obviously, this is a blind spot for Ethan. We all have our blind spots. My blind spot is I don't know how to spell Reese's. Cornflakes. Reese's Puffs. After watching that Ethan video, I found another video that was talking about garbage disposals.
What is one thing you should never put down your garbage disposal?
Anything.
Chicken bones.
Rice, eggshells, probably eggshells.
Everything.
Rice, anything starchy. Anything starchy.
Food.
It seems as though you're not supposed to put paper towels down toilets, and you're not supposed to put anything down garbage disposals. These videos reminded me that for a lot of adults, we still see the toilet and the garbage disposal and our wastewater collection system in general as a magic trick. Like, we just push the button and it makes it disappear. It doesn't really make it disappear. It makes it disappear out of the room you're in. I feel like we need to stop being so judgmental of these one-year-olds that don't have object permanence, because it feels like a lot of us adults have consumed enough media and things. When we flush that toilet, we're like, yeah, not my problem, never gonna be my problem. But yeah, I think the reason that Ethan and many others think that the paper towels are a valid thing is because they fucking fall apart in our hands when we're mopping shit up in the kitchen. You're like, no way is this paper towel not going to disintegrate. Our media has trained us to think that a toilet is like, I don't know, a blender, like an evidence disposal unit, a portal, a trash can. You got shows like Breaking Bad and a bunch of other ones where characters are like flushing their drugs down the toilet. Kind of big bags of drugs. They're flushing down the toilet. It seems like that's just like a valid thing to be doing. Surely surely my paper towel isn't going to do anything. I think there's a Gremlin scene where they're flushing some gremlin down the toilet. In fact, I think there was a YouTube channel that was the entire content, was just them putting a bunch of shit in a toilet and flushing it. But like, surely that wasn't hooked up to any sort of like actual public utility at all. But I'm sure a lot of kids watched that shit and was like, all right, I'm doing that. The time that I learned the only thing you should be flushing down the toilet is toilet paper was when I attempted to flush a banana peel down the toilet. I was pretty young. I think it was probably like 8 or 9. And I thought I was the first person to come up with this. I was like, shit. I was kind of on a high horse at the time. I had just learned about the word biodegradable. And I think that gave me some sort of like, it made me think I was smarter than I was. I have this banana peel. I'm in the bathroom. The trash can is like 2 feet away. The toilet's like 1 foot away. So I'm like, let's see what this bitch can do. My father, who is a plumber, hallowed be thy name, came into the bathroom and calmly informed me that you shouldn't be flushing anything other than toilet paper. So he had to I want to say that he had to snake it out or something like that. So he brought in this crazy looking thing. For those of you unaware, I think the best comparison is like Scorpion. You guys know Scorpion from Mortal Kombat? Basically, plumbers are kind of like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, but all of their scorpion tentacle is like in a machine. So they put their scorpion tentacle down the toilet and it goes just like that. Picture you're the toilet pipe and you're full of shit, and I'm a scorpion plumber. There's a lot of videos of plumbers using the snakes to clear out people's pipes, and some random tenant that is like catching strays because the snake busts through their like shower or toilet or something, and it's quite entertaining.
What the fuck are you doing?
A lot of media also likes to portray toilets as like a portal to another world. Like in Finding Nemo, you flush the clownfish and it goes out into the open ocean. That's not how that works. The other portal example that I have off the top of my head, there's this episode of A Life with Loopy where Loopy's dead goldfish gets flushed. She dresses up like a goldfish and goes to goldfish heaven. Even fucking Adam Conover, in his video explaining that flushable wipes are not flushable, he even does a toilet portal gag where he's like, let's go into the toilet. What I'm saying is I think the toilet really captures our imagination. To wrap up this section about toilets, I just want to make it clear, you're not a bad person for occasionally flushing a goldfish, because media has told us that that's how you make Finding Nemo, is by flushing fish down the toilet. It's basically telling you that this is a good thing to do. And you can blame Disney for that. Now I want to talk about garbage disposals, or garburators, as the Canadians would call them. I think garbage disposals are basically like a luxury item, but we've made people think that everyone needs them and that they're like as ubiquitous and common as like a blender. They're not. They don't need to be. You can just have a grate. I think it's frustrating because people don't like to grab the little bits out of the sink and put it into the garbage. Like, it feels bad. It just feels so good to put things into the magic hole. Oh, I don't have to even touch any of this shit. It can all just go down the magic hole. It's all in the sink. You may as well put it down the magic hole. Like, who doesn't like a magic hole? I want to make a whole video on magic holes because you got the toilet, which is a magic hole, garbage chutes, the sink, a laundry chute is a magic hole. The problem with garbage disposals is just by existing, they're challenging us. You look at the garbage disposal and you say, I wonder if a whole Thanksgiving meal can fit in there and get ground up and put into my pipes. Obviously that's an exaggeration. People immediately don't say oh, I don't want to turn all my fresh food into a slurry of poop that goes down my pipe. Number one, a lot of people do not have powerful garbage disposals. They get the cheapest garbage disposals, and they expect it to like grind up bone. And the problem is when it's not doing a good job, you're not aware of it. The last thing and the most like arguable thing is what goes in a garbage disposal. I've watched a lot of videos of old men grinding shit up in their garbage disposals as a test.
We're almost to the end here.
Man, it just pisses me off. You listen to the plumbers, and the plumbers are like, don't put anything in the garbage disposal. And then you have these other guys who are like, I'm gonna put that to the test.
Ironically, the biggest culprit is not the hard stuff, it's actually a liquid, grease like this. An important rule is to always run cold water when you're working around grease.
Why not warm water so that it flows like liquid?
Well, now it goes down into that horizontal pipe that might be in the basement. It then congeals, and now it would stick to the sides of the horizontal pipe. But the best way is not to run any grease down there if you can help it.
Don't do it if you can help it. It's like, what the fuck? Don't do it if you can help it? What do you think people have a gun to their head when they're pouring grease down the drain? Also, when the topic of garbage disposals are brought up in some of these videos, people immediately want to share their experience with garbage disposals, which is, I've been fucking grinding up chicken bones for the last 30 years and my garbage disposal and pipes are perfectly fine. You don't know that. You haven't fucking put a endoscope through your pipes and figured out all the areas where shit's blocked. It just means like your capacity or patience for dealing with like, I don't know, like slow to drain water is higher than other people's. Now there's a long list of things that you shouldn't put in your garbage disposal. I would say that all of this is like, it's almost like pointless to look at this because too much of anything in your garbage disposal ends up being a problem. If you're a power user, if you really like grinding shit up in your sink and you don't like throwing things away, you want things to disappear via the magic hole, then get a big boss ass garbage disposal. If you're, I don't know, a little bit more normal and you know, the only bits of food that go into your garbage disposal is just some small bits after scraping your plate into the trash can, if that's all that's going in there, then none of this even fucking applies to you. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of idubbbz Complains. Thank you for watching. Next time, we're going to be doing something pretty scandalous. If you want to see more content, we have a brand new episode of the podcast up on the Maximum Damage channel.
Ian told me he had 4 drinks, but Chad called to check on him in the morning and said he had 8.
Yeah.
I
know that sounds weak as hell for anyone who drinks out there, but let me just say this. I don't do a whole lot of drinking. I'm fucking 38. Yeah. You know how they say as a president, you age faster because of all the stress and shit? Like Obama got gray hairs in 1 year.
Yeah.
Same thing for a YouTuber, especially a YouTuber going through it. Okay? So I'm 38 in YouTuber years.
Okay.
No, fuck that. I'm 46 in YouTuber years. And then we have a new episode of The Hot Seat starring a politician.
I've watched things of that sort. That was amusing.
Perfect. And actually, here's a clip I've been laughing at a lot lately. I think you guys will enjoy.
Oh, shit.
So what's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?